Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei returned to Kuo after becoming Fist of the North Star movie. Before we start, please go support JoestarGhoulZ for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistaken characters' gender, but of course Issei is a male. A human who had a happy childhood but suffered a horrible past 2 years later returns to his hometown but stronger and more expert in martial arts, even in ancient art that many will fall before him in case someone messes with what matters most to him or innocent people, but the only thing they will see before dying are 7 scars in the shape of the North Star. Life Shinken 1. The arrival of the man with 7 scars. You could hear the screams of some creatures that were renegade demons, and the reason is simple: some demons were on the ground and exploded and their remains scattered everywhere, but in the middle of this disaster, you could see a figure that was standing. Sees that one was crawling, leaves. Renegade. Notices he's leaving, maybe you let me live. No, rather you're already dead and that's why I'm leaving. Renegade. Hey, what day AI. Somehow he started to swell and explode. Days. I'm not surprised that this territory is neglected, and more so that it belongs to Them Diaresis, remembering with annoyance 2 girls. The RRRR. Takes out his phone and sees a message. Message. I already found a house here, the address. Address shown. Well, it's time to go, I don't want to make her wait. The figure left the place to see a black motorcycle, and it looked very well made, and the seat looked like a car and some backrests for the feet. Imagine it is black since there are no black ones like that. Okay, takes out a helmet, let's go, gets in to leave. Elsewhere. On a neighborhood street you can see a girl with purple hair and her face might look a little serious. Girl. Looks at her watch, how long will it take, and even more so that I'll get tired of hitting these people, seeing a pile of men with marks of blows and all in the trash. But he hears the sound of an engine to see that it was the figure and on his motorcycle until he stops. I kept you waiting, Tenka. Tenka. You barely arrive, sarcastically. Sorry it took me so long to get to where I was. Tenka. Well, you'll have to make it up to me, or maybe wouldn't your name be Aaron Joestar, with a bit of mockery. Aaron. I'll see what I can do. By the way, how's the house? Tenka. Well, what do you think of this one, showing a 2-story house? Aaron. Not bad and perfect. Tenka. Hey, and when the trucks arrive? Aaron. They won't take long, but we better go inside. Tenka. Good. Both entered the house to see what it was like and marking what would be in each room until a moving truck arrived, and finally they arranged all the furniture. Later. Aaron. Sighs, what a day, looking at himself in the mirror. But he notices that he had a bandage on his chest. Aaron. You still don't think about quitting, right? Aaron sees Tenka in her sleep clothes, sighs, I've been hiding this for a long time until I get back here in Kuo, and tomorrow I'll take it off. Tenka. I understand you well, I'll wait for you in bed, tomorrow is the first day, exits. Aaron. Looks in the mirror, it's been many years since THAT diaresis. Then a series of memories of torture came to him until they stuck a finger in any pot and formed 7 scars, and then a redeed with an evil smile. Aaron reacts, I won't let that affect me, not anymore, leaves the bathroom to see Tenka lying down. Now I have a new life, now it's possible to give you back what I suffered. Grimmory, serious. The next day. In a part of the city called Kuo, you can see young people wearing academy uniforms and heading to a building a bit from the 19th century, and it was the Kuo Academy, one of the most prestigious academies in the city. Kuo Academy. While in a room they were all talking, but there was a brown-haired man who was in worse condition while on his arm was completely bandaged. Another shit here. Teacher. Good morning everyone, and I have an announcement. Everyone. Pays attention. Teacher. Today we will have new students who will be with us. You can come in now. They see Aaron and Tenka enter the door, although the women blushed when they saw him, but the men looked at Tenka with lust, and she noticed it. Tenka. TCH. Teacher. You can present yourself. Aaron. My name is Aaron Joestar. Tenka. And my name is Tenka Yatanagi, but I want to tell you not to approach me, don't talk to me or invite me for any nonsense since I'm leaving, and your flies, serious and gloomy. That scared and depressed most people, but others are stubborn as a mule. Aaron. Notices the brown-haired boy with a bandage, emanates a dragon-like aura. Teacher. Okay, those who are near Haidu can sit down, pointing at the chestnut tree. Everyone sees that they sat down, but both noticed that they were looking at Issei badly. Both. Teacher. Okay, let's start the class. And so the class began, and the couple were attentive since most of the people here were of no use to them and bothering the brunette until the bell rang and the break began. Tenka. Gets up but notices the boys. What do you want, seriously? Idiot 1. Hey doll, aren't you interested in going with us? You're going to have a good time. Idota 2. Hey, let's go, about to touch the girl behind her. Tenka. Takes that idiot's arm and throws him against the wall. Everyone. Surprised. Tenka. Try that and I'll cut off your limbs and your genitals, gloomy and cold. Eren. Tenka, let's go, leave these clowns. Tenka hi and it's for you although you won't listen to me, leaves with Eren. Everyone felt Tenka's aura, which was very fierce, and many had to change their pants. Outside. Tenka. Jum was like they said about this academy here there is pure garbage. Eren. Jum, you're right, but you forget that we're doing this to collect the favor I owe him. Tenka. Ha, you're right about that goes outside, I'm still wondering how the hell this, which was a female academy, decided to make it mixed. Eren. Between her, some shitty advice that they are perverts. Tenka. Good point I hope nothing bad happens. We have you perverted. They heard that to see the brown-haired man who was in his classroom and being chased by some kendo girls. Tenka. Sees Eren equals. Eren. Nods and both follow him. Well with the chestnut. He was running away as best he could. TCH shit this is happening again and they're not listening to me. One of them hit the chestnut tree's leg with a stone and made it fall. TCH damn, he grabs his leg, a little hurt, and sees that everyone has arrived, damn. Murayama. We finally have you, you damn pervert, and this time you've gone too far, gloomy. Earl 1. I can't believe our vice captain left us to be with someone like you. Earl 2. Your reign of evil ends. Wait, it wasn't me who did it, I don't even do those things. Murayama. Quiet girls, hit it hard. All of them. Hi, raising their wooden swords. Closes his eyes to wait for the blows. But out of nowhere a violet blur appeared and with a movement. All. Kaiaya, they fly away. Dumb how weak. They heard that to see Tenka and he had in his hand a stick like a sword. Tenka. Goes to the brown-haired man, are you okay Haidu? Hi. Murayama. Yadanagi-san, why do you defend this trash? Tenka. That should speak of you where is your honor, you trash you are a complete shame to swordswomen, seriously. All. Surprised. Tenka. If they use that without exact proof, they don't deserve to be recognized as swordsmen they are disgusting, seriously. Murayama. TCH it's over if you're on his side, takes out a real katana and surprises everyone, now I will kill him. She throws herself with the intention of harming the brown-haired boy and with Tenka, but out of nowhere Eren appeared and when she was about to feel the contact. Crack. All. Stunned. They see that the katana broke into pieces, but Eren's shirt opened. Murayama. Eren. Jum, seeing the pieces of the katana, if it were me you would have better not have done it, and more so since you are in this academy. Murayama. TCH what do you know? Eren and what do you say about this, showing a video of what happened. All. Terrified. Eren. Now you'll have to explain the reason for this. Murayama. Yeah, sure. What's happening here? The voice was heard and when they turned around they were scared to see a black-haired woman with glasses. Kendo. Sona Kaichu, terrified. Tenka. Looking seriously. Sona. Jum we will have to talk to everyone and more with you Murayama for bringing a real weapon to this academy. Murayama. But. Sona. No buts, everyone come with me now, she said authoritatively. Out of fear, they all accompany her, but Sona, upon seeing Eren for the last time, is astonished, but more precisely, where was the cut in the uniform? Sona. This human is. Eren. What's up Kaichu? Sona. No it's nothing thanks for sending the video, leaves. Tenka. How did you know about her email? Eren. I was given a few hours of emails from the academy members and teachers and the council, and that's why I sent it to you or, goes to Tenka. Tenka. Conscious. Surprised, perhaps they saved me. Eren. Sees the brown-haired man, are you okay Haidoi? Hi, tries to get up, TCH, it still hurt. Tenka. What's wrong with you? One of them threw a stone at my leg and I fell, but they hurted. Eren. Hi your name is Issei Haidu no. Issei. Hi I am and you knew it since we are partners right? Eren. Something like that and I also found this, showing a utensil with his name on it. Issei. Issei. They heard that to see a short-haired girl to hug the brown-haired one. Issei Katis. Katis. When I saw the kendo with Kaichu I was afraid something would happen to you. Issei. Calm down, just my leg is hurt by a stone. Eren walks to get closer to where Issei was. Both boys saw that I approached and then knelt down. Katis. Hey, what are you doing? It didn't end because with a finger he touched the hurt leg and Issei for some reason felt like a shock in his body. Issei. Takes a deep breath, what? Issei. See Issei, try to move. Issei didn't know what to do until he decided to at least move, but he was surprised because his leg didn't hurt. Issei. My leg I can move it, surprised as he stood up. Katis. Surprised. Eren. Huh. Tenka. You are his girlfriend and maybe the vice captain of the kendo. Katis. Hi I am and well I quit the club because. Tenka. We already know why they are the disgrace of the swordsman, seriously. Issei. AA, notes Eren, Joestar your chest. Eren. Notices that the chest part of the uniform was cut off, wow. The couple looked closely and were surprised because her chest was uncovered, but what surprised them most was that she had 7 scars forming something like a star constellation. Both. Surprised. Hadis. Perhaps they are scars. Eren high, touches his chest, they are. Issei. And they form like a constellation. Tenka. Better not ask questions since it's personal. Both. We understand. Eren. Closes the uniform vest with the buttons that didn't fly off, we better get back to class because it's almost over. Issei. Hi well thanks for fixing my leg Joestar. Hadis. And to put them in their place well, see you, she leaves with her boyfriend. Tenka. Sees Eren, by the look you gave him when we entered the room you felt something not. Eren. Yes and have you noticed that sometimes his bandaged arm hurts? Tenka. Hi and the aura that it gave off do you think it's due to? Eren a forced sacrifice, goes to Tenka, maybe I can do something for him, but we better go back because I have a feeling that someone is interfering in what shouldn't be done. Tenka. Conscious. They both left, but behind them a red-deeded woman in a room was looking at the Joestar, but she was in disbelief. That aura, that hair, the mark of the star, no it can't be Joestar, he's still alive, annoyed. But on the other hand a white-haired girl saw what was happening and tears began to come out when she saw the Joestar and only to say. Ajo Nai Sama he came back, crying and smiling with happiness. Later. After class the couple left, but you could see their annoyance, you could even see them rubbing their fists. Tenka. Damn, I wish I was somewhere else. Eren. Same and be grateful I don't use that. Tenka I guess you're right. Eren. Sees a direction. Tenka. Maybe. Eren. Hi let's go. They both went to a specific address. Elsewhere. The sleeping Issei can be seen along with a sleeping Kadis who began to wake up. Issei. What? Confused. Hadis. What happened? Issei. No, I know, seeing that they were in an abandoned warehouse. Hadis do you think that? Issei. If this is his work, angrily mentioning a brown-haired boy who bothers him, grrr, feeling a burning sensation in his bandaged arm. Hadis. Issei what? Wow, how lucky we are. They see that some guys arrived, but they had crow's wings. Hadis. Perhaps they are. Issei. Fallen angels. Fallen 1. Wow, this human knows about us. Fallen 2. That makes things easier for us. Fallen 3. But that girl has a sacred gear, but what fun do we have with her, with lust? Hadis, with disgust and takes a tube, don't come near me. Issei. Hi, on guard. Fallen 1. Haha but we won. Some Fallen took him by surprise, but he sees that some Fallen were taking off Kadis's clothes. Issei. Let her go, tries to free himself. Fallen 1. Haha better see before your eyes how they grape her and she asks for help, smiles maliciously while I take Issei's head and force him to see. Hadis. Help Issei, very scared since they took her shirt and bra. Fallen 3. Haha now you'll feel everything, about to take off her skirt and panties. Issei. No enough. When the Fallen were about to grape her. You will feel death better. Out of nowhere a purple light passed and killed the Fallen who were guarding the entrance. All. Hey. Fallen 1. What a face. You better make them pay for trying that. When the smoke cleared they saw it was a girl, but. Issei Kadis. Yadagami, surprised and even more so because she was wearing a somewhat revealing outfit but had a sword. Fallen 5. Wait it's a spirit. Fallen 4. Like a true spirit I thought they became extinct after the Civil War of 58. Fallen 6. It can't be. I see you were surprised Tenka. Tenka. Hi Ajo, seeing that Eren arrived, by the way that suit needs a wash. Eren. Huh. Eren's suit. Issei. Joestar-san, surprised. Fallen 1. TCH a human finish him off and then we'll have fun. The Fallen launched themselves at them. Tenka. I don't like those on the right. Eren. Hi. Tenka. Heh, he throws himself at the Fallen. Eren. Seeing them approaching to have a strange combat pose. Fallen. Look, it looks ridiculous like this. Fallen 1. Better finish him off. The Fallen headed towards Eren as he continued in that pose. Issei. Joestar-san you. Eren. Ade, hits a Fallen 1. Fallen. Damned. Everyone thought it was luck, but Eren punched and kicked the Fallen one by one, while those Tenka was fighting were finished off by his sword, leaving Kadis amazed at the purple-haired girl's swordsmanship. Kadis. What a weapon handling, amazed. Tenka. Sees them approaching, I better finish this. He positions his sword as it begins to glow and emanate a violet aura. Tenka. Chaos slash. She threw a slash that finished off the Fallen in a jiffy. Tenka. How weak. Kadis. Surprised, unincredible. Eren. Wadia 8 hit a fallen man, Jum. Don't get distracted. He heard that so he would draw a spear, but it tore Aaron's shirt a little. Aaron. Jum, looking at the leader. Leader. Haha, you're not causing any problems, human, but don't think you'll beat us, since we want you to see what we're selling or having fun with these girls, and more the spirit, smiles with disgust. Aaron sighs, I guess it's time to finish. All. Hey. Aaron. He started releasing a purple and white aura. Everyone saw that it continued like that until they saw that Aaron's shirt began to tear, while his jacket came off and showed his torso and the 7 scars. Colon 4. Wait 7 scars, scared. Colon 5. Masaka maybe he is. Colon 6. The man with 7 scars, terrified. Leader. Woody is the one, terrified. Aaron. I see you still call me that, but I prefer to be called the man from the North Star. Issei. Man of the North Star, surprised. Tenka. Watch what Ajo will do with him. Leader. TCH everyone finish that damn guy. The fallen without hesitation launched themselves against Aaron but he. Aaron. Atatatatatatatatata. He launches himself and simultaneously throws blows at the fallen who feel the blows. The fallen continued but received blows until Aaron addressed the leader who did not move as he was approaching quickly. Leader. Seeing that he was close, it's. Aaron. Preparing his arm. Hadis. He's going to defeat him. Tenka. Look. Aaron. Ada touches the leader's forehead with his finger. Issei Kadis, with a blank face. Tenka. Pay attention, I said. Leader. Sees the fingers that moved away. Aaron. I'm done. Leader. Hahaha I don't know what you're doing, but it won't work and more, seeing that the fallen were getting up, you have something to say before we kill you. Aaron. I don't think of anything to say. Fallen. They smile arrogantly and are ready to kill him. Issei Kadis. Worried. Issei. I have to help him but sees his bandaged arm. Tenka. Aaron. And more to those who are already dead, SERIOUSLY 9. Fallen. Hey. Fallen 7. He's already delirious, grabs his neck. Fallen 2. Hey, what's wrong? Fallen 7 no, I breathe my neck. Fallen 3. Hey these. But you see that the neck of that fallen man began to swell. Hadis, what is this? Tenka look. Fallen 7. Before they said or did anything, the fallen man's neck exploded. All. 8 astonished. Hadis. All blue and covering her mouth in fear. Issei. Leader. Nanda what? It didn't end as the fallen who surrounded him began to feel pain and some parts began to inflate until they exploded and then fell dead, causing the leader to become frightened. Leader. Nanda what did you do? Looking at Aaron. Aaron. I won't tell you since you're already going to die. Leader. What got my head, grabbing it, but feels like his head and face are swelling, curse. He kept spinning until his head exploded, implying that he died. Issei Kadis. Very quiet but very stupefied. Tenka. Aaron. They're all dead now. Issei. Aha. Hadis. Nand Akor. Aaron. Sees both of them, you're both fine. Issei. I'm fine just that, he sees Kadis covering her breasts with what was left of her clothes, although it's lucky that they left her in a skirt and underwear. Tenka. The police will come right now. Aaron. Nods and looks at the couple, it would be better if you come with us so you are safe. Kadis. You think it's safe Issei. Issei I don't know Kadis, but there's no other way. And so they both went with those who saved their lives, but what they didn't know is that someone was watching them. What an interesting human maybe he's my king's salvation, I hope to see you again Aaron Joestar. The figure left but through red circle and with a red symbol that would mean the beginning of the supernatural world, knowing the clash of 2 fists. Life Shinken 2. The good Grimmory and the evil Grimmory. You can see the abandoned warehouse where the fallen attack took place. A girl appeared and saw the area, but she noticed the corpses. What the hell happened here? Looking at the bodies, I don't think it's because of sacred magic and I don't feel any demonic energy either although. Note the apparent cuts in the floor walls. These cut marks emanate an energy that surpasses everything, sees the place, whatever it is a very dangerous threat to our plans, serious. She started to leave, but as she left you could see black feathers falling. Aaron and Tenka's house. Inside the house you can see them, but with them were the couple they just saved from the attack of the fallen, but luckily Tenka fixed Kadis's clothes. Issei. Taking Kadis's hand which seemed a little scared. Tenka you're a little scared. Aaron. Hi since I was about to be raped by them and from what I see they were hired to do it. Issei. He was my brother. Everyone. They see it. Kadis. Perhaps. Issei. Those fallen ones mentioned that someone brought us it's surely my damn brother, serious and annoyed. Aaron I think like you say he is the reason why everyone hates you, right? Issei, assents. Kadis. Hugs him. Tenka. You better rest and then we'll talk about this. The couple said nothing and went to one of the extra rooms. Tenka. Eren. Sees Tenka, we'll have a lot of work ahead of us here. Tenka. Hey, and more than that, this territory is neglected. Eren. Conscious, maybe tomorrow we'll have to explain everything to them. Tenka. Yes, but do you think Kaido's arm? Eren. We'll have to see if he decides to show us. Tenka. Yeah, let's go rest. Both went to their room, but in the room where Issei and Kratos were, the brunette was holding his arm and breathing heavily while his girlfriend helped. Kratos. This is getting worse and the more he uses it, the more Ice will suffer. Issei. I hope he finds a way to save me, bearing the pain. Elsewhere. You can see a chestnut tree, but it was surrounded by a green aura that then stopped emanating. That useless guy and his hitch managed to get out, but who were those two who interrupted that? Hopefully if I find them, I'll do it myself, serious and angry. Elsewhere, X2. Watching a video where Eren and Tenka defeated the Fallen, but it focuses on Eren, so he is the man of the North Star. He seems strong, but tomorrow I will talk to him before she thinks of doing her thing, seriously. The next day. At Kuo Academy in Eren and Tenka's classroom, they were both having classes, but at the same time they watched Issei and Kaori closely, although of course they both received looks of disgust even from the teacher. Both. These guys are really idiots. Excuse me, professor. When everyone turned around they all screamed with excitement, and some boys too, because they saw that she was a somewhat beautiful brunette girl, who even had a striking ring, as well as a hand-shaped belt on the buckle, although with everyone's scream, they confirmed that they knew her. Teacher. I can help you, young lady. I'm looking for Eren Joestar and Tenki Nagi. All. Hey. Eren. His partner stands up as well, why are you looking for us? Fueki Koyomi Fueki. Eren. Notices something in her, okay, but you didn't come for us, right? Koyomi, surprised but aware, also looked for Hidoi Issei and Kratos. All. Astonished. Those mentioned. Surprised. Tenka. Eren. And you can know why. Koyomi. Well, the one who sent me asked me to bring them for something important. Eren looks at Tenka to nod. Tenka. Conscious. Eren. Goes to the couple to do the same to see Koyomi. Okay, we will go, although goes to the others, I want you to be silent or you will hear the silence of death, serious and a little cold. Everyone got scared so he and the aforementioned followed the girl. Tenka. Does she think? Eren. We'll see what the person who sent it wants and wants to see us just like Issei and Kratos. Tenka. I think you're right, looks at the couple, don't worry, if it's something serious we'll take care of it. Both. Thank you. They were walking until they reached a hallway, but they are surprised that Tenka opened a secret door and they see a room that looked like an apartment living room. Issei. What the hell, surprised. Kratos. How long has this been here, surprised. Tenka. Not bad. Eren. Looking at the place that has furniture, if you're right, it even has everything, I mean, furniture, refrigeration, even a television. Well, thank you, that's kind. They see Aridit arrive, but Eren stares at her. Eren. A Grimmory, he thought seriously when thinking about that last name. I see you brought them, Koyomi. Koyomi. Hi. Issei. Grimmory senpai, surprised as well as Kratos. Tenka. You're the one in charge, aren't you? That's right, and also it's a pleasure to meet the man from the North Star in person, seeing Eren. Eren. Who are you? I introduce myself, I'm Rinko Grimmory. Tenko. So one of the Grimmory's house wouldn't be. Rinko. Hey. Issei. Oh wait a minute, you're from the Grimmory family, surprised and alert. Rinko. They probably know because of my sister, with hatred when mentioning her. Eren. Realizes so she's that wretch's sister, remembering Aridit with an evil smile, tch. Kratos. Hi, on Guard. Rinko. Sighs, well, sits down, surely you know about the supernatural world. Issei. Yes, serious. Rinko. Well, it makes sense, especially the aura emanating from your arm, pointing to Issei's bandaged arm. Issei. Takes his arm. Eren. Tell us why you called us. Rinko. Well, first it's about Issei and Kratos. Kratos. And what is it? Rinko. Well, I would like them to be my sister's pieces. Issei. What, stunned and fearful. Rinko. Before you ask, come in. They see another Aridit come in, but Kratos recognizes her. Kratos. Rias Grimmory, surprised. Rias. Oh hello, nervous. Issei. Wait, Rias senpai is also. Rinko. Hi, but Rias, tell them what you want. Rias. Issei. Kratos, I know the problems our sister is going through, so in truth I have also suffered for her. Everyone. Surprised. Tenka. What happened, seriously? Rias. I would like to tell you, but I would like you both to think about whether you want to join my entourage, since I don't want to pressure you, and besides, you should go back to school. Eren. Good. Rinko. By the way Joestar, I would like you to be here too, along with your partner the spirit after classes. Eren. Good. Everyone left, but a white-haired girl who was hiding saw how the Joestar left. Nisama. Later. Eren, looking at the window, his sister, maybe she's the one I remember from 9 years ago her. Then he remembers that redeed again, and after a finger pierces his chest a little and leaves 7 scars. Eren. TCH. Aya the prince. Eren. MMM. See, a red-haired man is coming in. Tenka. Who is that guy, somewhat annoyed. Hadis. It's Itsuki Kawasumi, he's also from. Tenka. Hi. Itsuki. Excuse me, I'm looking for. Eren. Stands up, Tenka, let's go. Tenka. Nods and gets up. Everyone saw that the couple left. Issei. I don't like this, especially if it's about GRRRR, grabs his arm. Hadis. Holds his arm and comforts him, calm down, I hope that Hitch doesn't do anything to Joestar and Yatanagi, worried. But the couple. They followed the boy until they reached an abandoned academy building. Tenka. What an old place. Itsuki. Well, this is the place where Butchu is, and it is the old academy building. Eren. Let's just go in. Itsuki. Of course. Everyone entered the building until they reached a room that looked very old. Itsuki. Make yourselves comfortable. Eren, looking at the place. Tenka. It really needs a bit of updating, I don't think the candles here will last long, looking at the candles. Better not say things yourself. Tenka. Notices a black-haired man who looked like an emo, how good an emo here. TCH. Itsuki. Ren, don't make a scene since Butchu loves you. Ren. TCH. What a lucky day. Narrator, they heard that to see that a blonde man with a ponytail came in, but they both had a serious look. Ren. You're late, Motoyasu. Motoyasu. Come on, don't be like that, but didn't you tell me you brought a beauty and… Tenka. Don't come near me, serious and cold. Motoyasu. It's a tough one, but I know maybe. Eren. Get away from her or, bringing his finger to the blonde's neck, you'll go straight to hell, cold. The three were surprised because it appeared without them seeing it. The three. Dialysis when. Wow, it's been a long time, Ajo. Eren. Well, that's bad for me, mine Grimmory, turning around and seeing a redeed with a superior face. Do. Mine. Hahaha, I see you met my pieces, but I have the strongest one. And that's me, weirdo. They saw a chestnut tree arrive, but it was clear that it didn't have good intentions. My. I see you've already identified my best piece, Max Haidu the Sekiryute, smiles arrogantly. Both. Without saying anything. Mine. Now straight to the point, I want you to. Eren. Your next words are swear loyalty to me and be my pieces and kneel. Mine. Let them swear loyalty to me and be my pieces and kneel, smiles, but Nani. All. Eren. And to your proposal never unless a damn witch like you, seriously. Mine. TCH. Motoyasu. Damned like you. It didn't end as Tenka pulled out his sword that emanated a purple aura that scared everyone of the power. Mine. A spirit, stunned. Tenka. Hi, I'm a spirit, but I'll tell you if you try to bother or do anything to us or my boyfriend, I'll tear you apart, seriously. Mine. Scared. Max. Damn Hitch, summons his sacred gear and ready to fight. Eren. Grabs Max's arm and throws him against the wall. Everyone. Surprised. Eren. Weakling, come on Tenka, and if they do anything and more to Issei and Kratos they'll end up dead, he sees them for the last time to leave with his partner. All. Ren, that guy. Itsuki. It was to be feared. Motoyasu. TCH, he thinks he's the big deal, and that girl will surely do the job. Makoto. TCH, I would beat him. Mine TCH, Eren Joestar, I won't let you ruin everything I earn, and this time I'll kill you personally like I should have done years ago, annoyed. But what they didn't know is that they were being spied on by Rinko and Rias, who saw them in a magic circle. Rias? You think that? Rinko? Maybe that Hitch did something with Joestar. From the expression she had when she saw me, I assumed she had something to do with it, seriously. Rias? But what do you plan to do with your sister? Rinko? You'll see. Later. Eren can be seen with his partner and the brunette with the pink-haired girl in the Grimmory's refuge. Rinko. Well, Issei and Kratos have already decided their answer. Issei. The truth, I have a question because she wants to recruit me and Kratos, but you said that you also suffered for her. Rias. You see, I used to have my entourage. All. Hey. Koyomi. That's true, looking at Rinko. Rinko. Of course you're new. Tenka. Stop, she's new, surprised. Rinko. You see, Rias used to have an entourage and they were strong, but mine challenged them to a raiding game, but the one who fought was her pawn. Eren. The Security, no. Rinko. Hi, I was hoping my sister would win, but that Hitch got her way and beat them and… Kratos. And what? Rinko. Most of her pieces ended up hurt, but some left her, but one her knight joined that hitch, annoyed and remembering a blonde-haired guy with a sword. Hadis. And how many are with you? Rias. One. I don't know if she wants to see me, but the other. The door opened to see a short white-haired girl with a cat pin. Hadis. It's Kaneko Tauhu. Issei. She is one of your pieces. Rias. I stayed with me even though we lost. Kaneko. Sees Eren. Eren. Sees her. Kaneko. Or hugs. All. Curious. Eren. Hello Kaneko, strokes her head. Kaneko Ajo Nai-san is alive, starting to cry. Eren. Now my little sister, he speaks to her sweetly and comforts her. Tenka. So she's the Nekomata who spoke to me about Ajo. She really loves him as a brother. After she was letting off steam, she showed up and at the same time surprised Issei and Kratos when she revealed that she was a Nekomata. Rinko. Well, if it's not too much trouble, Joestar, I saw what you did to those fallen ones. Tell me, what did you do? All. Eren. What he uses is a very old and dangerous martial art technique. Rinko. And what is it? Eren. It's called like Hokuto Shinken. Everyone. Surprised. Kaneko. Hokuto Shinken, surprised and nervous at the same time. Rias. You know him, Kaneko. Kaneko. Hi, where I lived with my sister, annoyed when I mentioned it, is one of the very strong and dangerous techniques in martial arts. Everyone. Surprised. Eren. Hi, after a tragic day someone found me and saved my life and trained me in the art of Hokuto Shinken, and I use it on those who harm the innocent. Rinko. And that's why you're now the dreaded North Star man. Tenka. Hi, they see Ajo's scars before dying. Issei. An incredible, surprised. Eren. But you're not far behind Tenka, since you're also feared for leaving cuts on your enemies without leaving a trace. Tenka. I'm the best swordswoman in the world, smiles proudly. Hadis. Sugoi is incredible, with admiration. Rinko. Well, it can be seen that you are the most feared pair of hunters of the demon factions, and that many hunt you. Eren. But they always fall for their attempts, just like the fallen ones who, by the way, are somewhat neglected here. Rinko. Yes, sighs, and all because of Rinko and our pathetic older brother for being a damn siskin of mine, annoyed, and has left the territory neglected, and the ones who do the work are us in another group. Tenka. They really have the worst leader in the world and lazier than Azazel. Rias. The leader of the fallen, surprised. Eren. We know a lot of people but it doesn't matter. Issei. Grrr, grabs his arm. Hadis. Issei, worried. Rias. Sees it, what's wrong with your arm? Hadis. Edo good. Issei. Well, you see this. Narrator. Everyone saw that the bandage was removed to be astonished, since now they saw a red reptile arm with noticeable scales. Tenka. My god. Rias. What would happened? Issei. My brother is responsible for this. First, he ruins my life. My parents leave me or do nothing. He makes up lies about me, and worse. Eren. I forced you to sacrifice your arm so that it would give you more power. Issei. Hi, or else I would do something to Kratos the bastard. Rias. Stunned. Tenka. But what about the Dragon? Issei. That damn dragon doesn't give a shit, he just wants to be the most powerful and defeat the White One, annoyed. Rinko. TCH, no wonder she recruited him, she's like her, she manipulates them to have power. Rias. Hi. Kaneko, and what do you decide? Hadis. I. Issei. Sees Rias, I agree to join you. All. Hey. Hadis. I will also join since I will no longer tolerate them doing whatever they please. Rias. Seriously, hopefully. Both. Hi. Rinko, haha, well, Rias, make it yours. Rias approached but began with a chant so that both of them would get a mark of a chess piece. Issei's was a pawn and Kratos the knight. Tenka. What happened? Rinko. Now both of them are his pieces. Eren. You're not supposed to need chess pieces to reincarnate them. Rinko. Well, this is a new version because if they get stronger the marks they have disappear and they will have traces of being demons. Both. Wow. Kratos. So this would be like a lock, no? Rinko. Hey. Tenka. But you still need to awaken your sacred gear, and I think it's a sword type if you got the knight. Rias. I guess you're right, but you know what it is. Kratos. Ice told me, but you know how to wake her up. Rias. You just have to think of the strongest being or person like that or by a feeling. Kratos. Okay. Kratos closed her eyes and began to concentrate. Kratos. Okay, the strongest, come on, think about the swordsman in your Animer stories or. Then she thought she saw Tenka and how he handled the sword, and thanks to that Kratos' hand began to shine, but also to release rays. Rinko. Wow. Issei. What's up? Tenka. He is awakening his sacred gear. Eren. Staring. Everyone continued to watch the glow until it stopped and they saw the Kratos now had a white katana decorated with golden rays on the blade and handle. Rinko. That's interesting, looking at the katana. Kratos. Aee, is this my sacred gear? Surprised to see the katana. Rias. Hi, and now I see why you will be a knight. Tenka. It is best that you first train your body a little and then with the sword so that you are good, or if you want I will teach you. Kratos. Seriously, you will teach me? Looking at her surprised. Tenka. Hey, seeing you and how you were from the Kendo club, I think you'll be a great swordswoman, so I'll help you. Kratos. Thank you Yatanagi, Bose. Tenka. Don't speak loudly but start calling me Tenka if. Kratos. Okay Yado Tenka. Rinko. Joestar. Eren. Sees him, what's up? Rinko. I see you have something with my family, so I would like to offer you something that would be good for us. Eren. And it would be. Rinko. Walks, I offer that we have an alliance because I can see that you don't want to give up your humanity. Eren. That's right, I don't see any point in leaving my humanity behind since I prefer to die as a human who spends time in eternity and watching my loved ones die of old age. Rinko. I understand, so what are you saying, let's have an alliance, right? Eren. Sure, and Issei sees Issei. Issei. Hi. Eren. Tell me, do you want to be strong to make your brother pay or to protect those around you, especially not Kratos? Kratos. Issei sees his dragonic arm. Since I suffered for my brother I felt that my life had no meaning and I thought about it when I entered the academy, but everything got worse when he joined mine Grimmory. I wanted to commit suicide, but until sees Kratos, she appeared. Kratos. Issei. When she arrived I thought that she would be like the others, seeing me as scum, but instead of that she supported me, consoled me, encouraged me and everything, since she never believed that I could do that and she always believed that I am a good person. That's why, sees Eren, I want to be stronger so that I can also return what Kratos did to me. Kratos. Is surprised and blushes. Ice. Rias. Surprised, incredible. Eren. Tell me, are you willing to protect her? Issei. Hi, and if I become a demon to protect her, so be it. Eren. Okay, so, approaches and puts his hand on Issei's shoulder. I'll help you train. All. Hey. Tenka. Wow, surprised. Issei. What? Eren. I'm going to train you to become strong and thus protect those around you. What do you say, do you accept? Issei. Sees Kratos. Kratos. Nods, smiling. Issei. Sees Eren. Hi, I accept your help, Joestar. Eren. Fine, but just call me Eren or Ajo, okay? Issei. Hi Ajo, smiles determinedly. Rinko. Well Koyomi. Koyomyu. Hi, puts his hand on his belt. Connect please. They came with surprise as a yellow circle appeared where a table with snacks appeared. Tenka. A ring-wielding mage. Rinko. Let's celebrate that my little sister has new pieces and a wedding ring. And they all went off to celebrate and have a little fun. In a part of Italy. You can see a light-haired man looking at the garden, but he receives a sheet of paper to read it. So the man from the North Star is in Kuoh and he killed those who fell from it. Sees the neck. I hope you can help me save it from them. He stood up while white roses opened around him. I'll see you there, North Star man, looking at the sky. The North Star. Life Shinken 3. The arrival of a nun and the saint of white roses. You can see a person walking, but there were marks or blood stains scattered on the floor and walls. He was definitely here, I can feel his aura, but the other. Sees the cut marks and sees a purple aura. They are definitely from the Dark Prince's spirit without a doubt. I hope you can help me save her, North Star man. He said it as a strong wind came up and when it appeared, white and red rose petals flew out. And Issei. After Ajo and Tenka offered to train us, things were getting better for us now that we are Ria Senpai's pieces, since the first thing is to study about demons and magic or combat strategies. In Kratos's case she was trained by Tenka and apparently it is hard as she told me since she is somewhat strict in her training with the sword and magic, but for my part, Ajo taught me first to exercise the body, although it was torture since he gave me some special weights that I can increase the gravity and he wants me to use them every day and walk with them to walk and run until I get used to them. I increase the gravity and sometimes when I leave, he teaches me basic martial arts movements. Although when I asked him to teach me the Hakuto Shinken, well. Eren. I won't show you that since you must have your own Shinken or have me teach you one so you can learn. And Issei. Well, that made me doubt what he said, but I understood that he wants me to have my own fighting style, although I wish it were simple, since sometimes my dragonic arm hurts a lot because my idiot brother makes increases and that causes me to feel a lot of pain, but it doesn't matter. I trained hard until now. Kratos and I live in Ajo and Tenka's house, since it is possible that they would kick us out of our apartment due to lack of money, and the truth, we are happy and determined with them. I hope we can move forward. At the moment, the Haidu couple can be seen along with the Joestar couple walking in the park as they were heading to the academy. Kratos. Another day where things go wrong for us because of them. Tenka. Wow, I'm surprised they let themselves fall, they're brainless idiots, it would be usual. Eren. But the annoying thing is that mine and sometimes Sona Citri spies on us, serious and a little annoyed. Issei. Notices that perhaps she also participated. They heard that to see that a girl in nun's clothing had fallen and that her suitcase was open with her clothes scattered on the floor. Issei. Hey, are you okay, going with Kratos? Hi, I always fall, gets up with the help of Kratos and Issei, thanks. Kratos. No problem. Eren. Sees the nun. Tenka. Sees it, perhaps. Eren. She's the bearer of the healing rings, seriously. Then they help the nun pack her things. Thanks for helping me, too. Issei. My name is Issei Haidu. Kratos. Yo Kratos. Nice to meet you, and who are they, pointing to Eren and Tenka. Issei. They are our friends by the way, what is your name? My name is Asia Argento, it's a pleasure to meet you Issei-san and Kratos-san and their friends. All. Likewise. Asia-chan. They heard that to see a light-haired man, and the curious thing was that he was the same size as Eren, while the man with the star looked closely at the light-haired man. Eren. The art of the cosmos, serious. Asia. Bry-kun, happy and hugs him. I was looking for you when I went to ask for a map. Asia. Sorry, it's just the first time I've seen the city and I wanted to see it, sadly. I'm not angry anymore, just worried, so don't act like that, I like to see your pretty smile, smiles. Asia hi, smiles tenderly. Tenka. If you want we can go and leave you, somewhat uncomfortable. Sorry, but thanks for helping Asia-chan. Issei. No problem though you are. I'm Asia-chan's partner, by the way my name is Brian Lopez. Asia. Bry-kun, they are Issei-san and Kratos-san in there. Tenka. Tenkiyat Nagi. Eren Joestar is my name. Brian. Nice to meet you anyway Asia-chan, let's go to the apartment. Asia. Hi Bry-kun, cheerfully and takes his suitcase, see you guys. The couple left them, but Eren kept watching where Brian and Asia went. Issei. What's wrong Ajo, he notices. Eren, when we get to the academy let's talk to Rinko and Rias, it seems there will be more problems. Issei. I understand. After that, they arrived at the academy where they had their first normal classes, although the couple received insults and complaints, but they remained silent under the gloomy gaze of Eren and Tenka. She even made a sign with her neck, meaning she would hurt them worse. Later. In Rinko and Ria's secret place or base you can see everyone and Kaneko and Koyomi who served tea to everyone and were telling everyone what happened that day. Rinko. So a nun with sacred gear appeared. Eren. Hi, and I know what sacred gear you own and it's the Twelve gears. Rias. The healing rings, surprised. Tenka hi. Kratos. But she was accompanied by her boyfriend. Koyomi. Boyfriend heh, that's weird, nuns are supposed to be married to God, with a mocking tone. Kaneko. Eating cookies. Rinko. Although this is strange in my opinion, why would a nun with sacred gear come here? Eren. I have a feeling this is the work of fallen angels. Rias. What makes you think of that? Eren. You see how the fallen only kill humans and among them are carriers of sacred gears, I think they have something to do with it, since I don't think the church has the courage for that. Tenka. It's true and I suspect they have infiltrators there like the case of the expelled nuns, who say they saw demons in the Vatican, seriously. That's true girl. They see that two girls came in, a blonde with green eyes and a brown-haired girl with yellowish green eyes. Issei. Who are they? Rinko. Guys, these are my knight and my rook girls, come here. Gentlemen. I am Amari Nagakura. Tower. And I am Dezumi Magahara, Rinko Grimmory's tower. Everyone. A pleasure. Tenka. Wait a minute, goes to Rinko, if they are your pieces where are the others, seriously? Koyomi. Actually it's me, then these and a profile we need more people. Rinko. Hi, but well they are on important missions they have not come for days, but in Ria's case one abandoned him, but one is hospitalized. Rias. Hi, clenching her fist and remembering a black-haired girl with a ponytail but with wounds, a lifeless expression and something traumatic, especially under her legs. Eren, if you want I can help you. All. Rias. Would you help her? Surprised. Issei. I can help her, he even helped me heal my legs when one threw a stone at me and hurt me. Kratos. It's true that Hakuto Shin can heal. Tenka. Not necessarily, there are fighting arts that have the ability to help members or extremities of the body, you just have to touch the pressure or the vital point that is indicated like a button. All. Oh, understanding. Rinko. Well what matters, sees Eren and Tenka, you will be aware of the activities of the fallen, so that we know what they will do. Eren. Of course, well Issei we know that it's your turn to hunt, so give your best in the hunt. Issei. Hey and holds his arm because he feels increases, I'll work on making them go down. Tenka. And that goes for you Kratos. Hadis. Hi Tenka. After that they were finished, although also another annoying attempt by Mine and her pens, but what received the worst were Motoyasu and Max for trying to flirt with Tenka, who threw them from the second floor and took them to the infirmary. That terrified everyone of how she sent them there, but the Redeed was desperate while she saw that the couple was going. Mine. I won't let them continue like this, or if they tell anyone I'll be finished. But not only her but also a black-haired woman who saw. Sona. Looking at the Joestar, him I feel like I know him, but we're from Joestar Aaron Joes, but he opens his EYES9 no he can't. She began to have images of a happy and smiling black-haired boy, but then that boy with wounds and mockery of two girls, a black-haired girl with glasses and a red-haired girl with an evil smile. Sona. No, it can't be Ajo, covers her mouth and sheds tears. But what he didn't know is that someone was watching them. Aichu is crying, surprised. Later. The Joestar couple is seen leaving the academy. Tenka. Do you think it's a good idea to let them face the renegades alone? Aaron. Sooner or later they will have to do it without our help if they want to be strong and learn by themselves. In addition, Kratos perfected the art of the sword. Tenka. I guess you're right about that. But they see that both stopped at a house which had the door open. Tenka. Sees Aaron. Aaron, aware. They both entered the house and were on guard, but an unpleasant smell reached them. Tenka. What a stink, covers his nose. Aaron, something's not right. But they heard an evil laugh, and when they got to the living room they saw a horrifying scene, and it was a family on the floor, but they were dead and injured, but they saw that there was a father, and with two scared guys, although the father. Freed. Hahaha, they like the view, damn, sees them. Aaron. Seeing the family, you did this, serious and upset. Freed. Haha, some problem, do you have something that is killed for making contracts with demons? Tenka. Mlito takes out his sword, but killing people who had nothing to do with it, annoyed. Priest 1. We only do what God wants, that we end everything related to demons. Priest 2. Whether he is a child or an old man. Freed. The worst thing I can enjoy is his face of pleasure when dying, he gives a maniacal smile. Aaron grrrrrii. Priests. A. Aaron. Releases an aura and his shirt and jacket tear, revealing his 7 scars. Priest 3. Wait, sees Aaron's chest, he is the man with the 7 scars. Freed. Hey, sees it, what are you saying? Priest 3. He is the human who has killed everyone with his hands, even one of our men. Priest 4. He's even intimidating in person. Tenka. You are famous, Ajo, smiles mockingly. Aaron. That was 5 years ago when I stopped by a church a few cities away from here for abuse of power, seriously. Freed. Hehehe, you know it would be good to have the head of the famous man with 7 scars go for it. The priests rushed at them but. Aaron. Wuta, he kicks them. They flew away, but when they hit the walls or the floor, they began to inflate until they exploded everywhere. Aaron. Walks towards Freed. The remaining priests did not want to allow it, but Tenka cut them off and let her boyfriend walk. Freed. TCH little demon, shoots. Aaron. Catches the bullets. Freed. Hoping it would burn but see it doesn't happen. Aaron. Clenching his fist, you'll need more than this, opening his hand and dropping the bullets he caught but crushed by his hand. Freed. Astonished, bullets are supposed to hurt. Aaron. Are you really blind? You think what you see is a devil and. Hiya. They heard that to see that it was Asia, who was horrified to see the corpses of the family. Tenka. Asia. Asia. What happened? Horrified. Freed. Hehe, Asia-chan, you put the stamps I asked you to do, smiles. Asia. She turns to look at him but sees Aaron and Tenka, Joestar-san and Yatanagi-san, surprised. Freed. Hey, it seems you already know these demons and especially the man with the 7 scars. Asia. Other demons, but sees Aaron's chest, you're the one everyone's talking about. Aaron. First of all, we are not demons, and secondly yes I am, but Asia, you must leave here and stay away from him, it is dangerous. Tenka. That bastard is right. He killed that innocent family in a cruel and ruthless way. Asia. Stunned. Freed. Well, you can guess, our job is to kill those who make contracts with the demons. Asia. Very astonished to hear that. Tenka. Men like you are disgusting and using God's name to do whatever you want, you are undoubtedly sons of hitches who dishonor what God made, seriously. Freed. You scarred man bore better shut up, readies his sword. Hi. They see that Asia stood in front of them. Tenka. Asia. Aaron. Asia. Father Freed shouldn't do this even though they make contracts with demons, but they are good people, and they are good people, they don't deserve this. Freed. Aaron. Tenka. Asia run. Asia. 4. It didn't end because Freed tore her tunic with his sword, leaving her breasts exposed and in panties. Asia. Kaya covers herself. Freed. I think the one who deserves punishment is you, damn hitch. But haha, looking at Asia, maybe your body should. It didn't end as Eren appeared in front of him out of anger. Eren. Ada, hitting him until I sent him crashing against the wall. Thinka. Get away from her, you filthy degenerate, seriously with her sword ready. Freed. TCH damn you, readies his sword, I'll gladly have your heads. Both were prepared for the attack, but out of nowhere a white rose pierced the arm where he had the sword and made him fall to his knees and scream in pain. Asia. That rose. Here I wanted to grab you, pig. Asia. Sees a sky blue-haired boy arrive, Brian. Both. They see Brian, but he had white roses in his hand. Brian. I kept you waiting, North Star man. Eren. Wow, you made it to the end, Saint of the White Roses. Thinka. So he's one of the 12 saints of Greece, huh? Explanation. In Greece there are people with a special fighting art that surpasses the same high-class demons or the carriers of sacred gear, and that are at the height of the Longibus, and these people are called saints because of their strength and power. They even heal some wounds and some mortal and difficult to cure. However, the power of the saints are like the sacred gear, since each one is different, and it is said that it has to do with the 12 zodiac signs, but with different abilities. Brian. Are you okay, Asia-chan? Asia. Hi, Brian. Brian. Sees freed, now you'll pay for what you tried to do to Asia-chan, damn it, trying to go, but is stopped by Eren. Hey, what are you doing? Eren. Freed. Haha, it seems like you want to die with everyone. He raises his other arm that had the gun. You have something to pray for, you bucking demon. Eren. Why pray for someone who has already died? Thinka. Jum, covers Asia's eyes. Asia. Hey, what's up? Thinka. Better not watch it. Freed. Hey, what are you saying, you piece of shit? Ugh, nah. He felt a pain almost like a convulsion until he saw that where the blows were began to swell. Brian. Freed. What, you made me cursed? Eren. I'm just sending you to hell. Freed. Son of AI, starting to scream in pain. He kept screaming until he exploded and fell to the ground dead. Brian. So this is the power of Hakuto Shinken. Eren. Asia. What happened? Thinka. Ajo, I send him to hell, but we must go, Ajo, I feel fallen energy approaching. Eren, let's go. Brian. Hi. And so they left, leaving the house alone until they reached a remote area, but Tinka gave Asia her uniform vest to cover herself a little. Eren. Tell me, why is Asia here, since I have a feeling that the fallen have something to do with it, serious. Asia. Perhaps what you said was true, Brian. Brian. If the church collaborates with the fallen and demons, especially since the fallen want you for your sacred gear. Asia. Looks at her hand scared. Thinka. And what do you want from Ajo, seriously? Brian, I want them to stop the fallen because the one who is sending this is a madman who wants to start the war and kill innocent people, but what he doesn't know is that he is a pawn of the true enemy. Eren. You mean the Chaos Brigade. Brian, I see you're already aware. Thinka. On the way we met many of them. Brian. Well, I can count on you. Eren. I will fight to save every innocent person in the world who doesn't deserve to be taken away by selfish acts like what happened today. I won't tolerate it, seriously. Brian. That's what I wanted to hear, but it's better to protect Asia, since it's not safe for her to be here now. They'll surely marry Asia. Eren. Calm down, we'll take care of the fallen who are after her. Brian. I hope walks to be near Asia. Well, Eren, Joestar, I hope our paths cross again, snaps fingers. When he did that, they both disappeared in a golden flash. Thinka. Eren. Things are getting serious and a lot. Thinka. Hi. Arlik, Tinka. Both. Sees that Issei and Kratos arrived. What are you doing here? Issei. It's that we went for you since I could feel that well. Kratos. Issei could detect your Kai Ajo. Eren. Wow, you're getting better. Issei. Hi Vi, we felt something and we thought you would be in trouble. Kratos. By the way, where is your Tinka jacket? Thinka. We'll tell them at home. The four of them left, but Eren saw the house before leaving. Eren. This is getting serious, but if the factions truly want peace they should act and forget their differences, or else we won't be responsible for them becoming extinct forever, seriously. Elsewhere. You can see a white-haired man sitting looking at the sky while he was drawing a map. Looking at the map, these are the parts that were seen in the man with 7 scars, but haha, I'm dying to know who you are, and even I'm interested in knowing your strength. He smiles while he emanated a red aura, but he wasn't alone, a girl who was nearby was just thinking. Girl. Excited and eager to meet that man. Haha, I hope to see if your Hakuto Shinken can give me some fight. I'll see you there, North Star man, smiles. Life Shinken 4. Journey to the Forest of Familiars. Place. Forest. In a wooded area, but noises of animals and other things could be heard, but in a lake you could notice a figure that was standing in the water and not moving, but plush. Sees the wind blowing in one direction. Then we saw that the water began to move, but also as if it were reflecting something, as if it meant something. 12577 points on his chest. What does it mean? That's what the being thought while in the water. A body was reflected that couldn't be seen, but what he noticed was 7 scars on the chest. The next day Kuo Academy. It can be seen that in Issei's classroom the aforementioned, but he seemed not to be paying attention, but for something else, and that was noticed by Kratos. Kratos. Still thinking about what they told us. Flashback. Both. They faced the church, surprised. Aaron. Aye, but those were renegade priests who allied themselves with the fallen. Kratos. I can't believe it, but in Asia was with them. Tenka. Yes, but she didn't know what they were doing, but Brian appeared, but he turns out to be one of the 12 saints of Greece. Issei. Like one of the saints you told us about, surprised. Kratos. And what constellation is it? Aaron. I think he is Pisces, and not for nothing was he the saint of the white roses, and apparently he was looking for me. Issei. For what? Tenka. I was looking for Ajo so we could stop the fallen, since they seek out and kill sacred gear bearers. But the one leading this is a fallen maniac and war lover. Kratos. How sick. Aaron. I can only think of someone who is like that. Issei. Who? Aaron. Gabriel. He would be the only one like that. Kratos. Because as he told us Gabriel is a survivor of the faction war. Let's see how the girls take it. Issei. Those fallen, what are they plotting? Later Grimmory's club. Rinko. So you're saying that Gabriel is probably the cause of this? Aaron. That could be possible since I have sources that Gabriel has desires to start a war since he is dissatisfied after the faction war. Rinko. I understand, but seriously, the nun's boyfriend is one of the 12 saints of Greece. Tenka. Yes, and he is known as the White Rose Man. Amari. Who would have thought it? Izumi. How envious. I wanted to meet one of the saints of Greece. Kaneko. I'm with you, Tizumi senpai. Rias. But what will we do then? We will tell. Aaron. I'm afraid they shouldn't. All. Hey, they are surprised. Issei. Ajo, because. Aaron. Because if we do that it would alert all the factions and that would generate a war again and more so that the brigade would take advantage in the matter. Tenka. It is best that we stop them because if the leader who sent the fallen shows up, it is best that the 3 leaders hold a meeting to discuss the matter. All. Kratos. I mean until the leader appears personally it's possible that the 3 leaders will take over the whole thing. Both yes. Rinko. I guess it's for the best. Rias. Koyomi. What are you saying, Rinko-sama? Rinko. If we don't want the factions to go to war again, it's best for us to resolve these and for him to appear so no one gets hurt. All. Rias. I suppose you're right, although there is something we should worry about if a war breaks out. Kratos. And that's it. Aaron. Her sister's entourage and herself. Kratos. Oh of course, a drop comes out. Rinko. Well, the break is almost over, but first, Rias, give the announcement. Rias. Right, go to Issei and Katase 9 guys after school we're going on a special excursion. Both. Kratos. And that's it. Rias. Let's go get their relatives, smiles. Both. After that, Issei and Kratos are seen walking, but accompanied by the Joestar couple and Yatanagi in case some idiots get too smart with them. Kratos. It's incredible that we'll have familiars and that Rias and Kaneko showed us theirs, although Kaneko's was a cute kitten, with a smile. Tenka. But Rias can change shape and has them distribute leaflets, but she was the one who gave them to us when we arrived at the city. Issei. Although I wonder what familiar I could have, sees Aaron. Oh, if you had one, what would it be? Aaron in my case, one who knows how to fight but also has a good spirit of protecting the weak. Tenka. For my part, he is strong and stays by my side and follows my rhythm, smiles. Kratos. Haha, but I can't imagine what my familiar will be like, excited. Wow, I see you're still with that pervert. Kratos. Sighs, Murayama, seeing a brunette with pigtails. Murayama. Jum, and I see that you are also strange, see the couple. Tenka. And what does that matter to you since it's nothing to you, serious? Murayama. Well, it's with me, but you know it's because of him that the Kendo club is about to dissolve. Aaron. To begin with, you left Issei without defending himself, but you were the one who went too far, since you were carrying a real sword with the intention of hurting or killing him. Murayama. The world would be better without a man. Kratos. You better not say anything since there is no proof of that. Murayama. But Mac said that. Tenka. Did he have proof or don't tell me the excuse that he saw it, since it's difficult since he was in the mine Grimmory Boar Club. Many people heard that, but they were astonished by what he said, but what he said that made some people have doubts. Murayama. Tenka. So don't bother me, annoying. They left, but everything was heard by a white-haired woman. But it's true if he says that Issei is perverted, how the hell did he know if he was in Mine's club? This smells like something fishy. Later. After classes you can see the Grimmory's club and the others, even the Joestar couple. Brinko. Well, we'll go to the family forest, but for my part, I'll go with you to serve a little. Hadis. I understand, and your entourage will come. Brinko. They won't do other tasks. Amari. I will train and try not to be detected by mine's dogs. Izumi. I will finish off the renegades. Koyomi. For my part, I will be in contact with the missing pieces of Rinko-sama. Hadis. I see. Hineko. Ajo Nison will go with us. Baron. Well, the truth is that it would be interesting to know the place. Interested. Tenka. Well, it won't hurt, but aren't we supposed to go to the full moon, and a clan should go, curious. Brinko. Don't worry, besides the tamer is a good partner, smiles, well Koyomi. Koyomi. Hi, puts on another ring to extend his hand on her waist. 8 please. She extended her hand so that a magic circle came out and teleported those present, except for Rinko's 3 pieces. Koyomi. Well, do our routines. Izumi. Well, have fun suffering them since the Princess of Death has arrived, leaves. Amari. Well, see you Koyomi. Koyomi. Likewise. In the occult club. Mine. How Joestar defeated some priests. Itsuki. Well, I checked the Sona and a little magic I saw that Joestar defeated everyone until he finished off Reed just by hitting him, but he exploded. Friend, that Joestar is hiding something. Motoyasu. Come on, it's just luck, I don't think it's a big deal. Max. Jum, I'm with you, plus we can report this and. Mine. TCH, it doesn't matter, they are not worth it, but we have to think about how to make them surrender to us. All. Yes, mine Sama. Mine. Joestar, no matter what happens you will not ruin everything I have achieved, and white and desperate at the same time. But the Grimmories. They arrived at their destination and saw that the sky was red and everything looked like a scene or atmosphere from a horror movie. Brinko. Welcome to the Forest of Familiars. Hadis. Wow, this place looks a little scary, nervous. Tenka. Well, I was expecting something like that since it's a place where demons have their relatives. Issei. Well, how will we find the expert like you said, Rinko-san? Rinko. It's here. That's right, Miss Rinko. They see a man who was doing a strange cosplay. Rinko. Hello, Satouhi. Satouhi. Hello, Miss Rinko, and I see that Miss Rias is also here and I can notice new pieces looking at those present. Aaron. My girlfriend, pointing at Tenka, and I are not in his entourage, but they are, pointing at Issei and Katis. Satouhi. Jum, I already knew it, man from the North Star. Tenka. Wow, he even knows you. Aaron. Huh. Satouhi. Well, looks at the couple, what kind of relatives would you like? Katis. Edo, in my case, it is fast and agile. Satouhi. I understand, and your young man with the dragon hand. Issei. May he be strong and be able to help me in case I don't have the strength. Satouhi. Interesting and very good option, well, let's look for relatives. And so they all began to walk while they saw the forest, but also in the sky they saw winged creatures flying. Hadis. So I have a question. Satouhi. Go ahead. Hadis. How we choose the familiars. Satouhi. Very easy, they find you or vice versa. Hadis. Hey, what do you mean? Not understanding. Rinko. It means that the familiars appear and choose you as their tamer, but sometimes they feel that they call you, and there you find the right familiar. Hadis. I understand. Aaron sees an address. Tenka. What's up, Ajo? Aaron walks and enters the forest. Rinko. What are you doing? Satouhi. It seems something is calling him. Issei. A familiar called him GRRR, grabs his arm in pain. Hadis. Again, tired. Satouhi. So it was true while the Emperor Dragon makes increases the draconification acts like this. Hadis. Hi, and I wish we could. It didn't end because a creature came out of the forest that looked like a plant but had 2 pink mantis claws. Blue, slants. Satouhi. What an impressive Lorantis. Rias. Wow, that means he chose someone. And they see the mantis steal itself at Katis. Satouhi. It seems he chose you, young lady. Hadis. Hello, my name is Katis and do you want to be my familiar? Barantis. Luu closes her eyes meaning she is happy. Tenka. Congratulations, Kata. She summons her sword and to repel an attack. Rias. What's up? But from the forest some trees are cut to see a being that was a floating sword and with a shield on its arm. Tenka. Wow, that's interesting, I see that was meant to have a duel with you, right? Smiles. He didn't say anything, just making signs that they were going to fight and she didn't hesitate and jumped in to fight. But the Joestar. He continued walking until he saw that he came to a huge lake that looked like it was a drinking trough because of the relatives of all kinds drinking the water. Aaron. And I thought I saw that at Camp Cretaceous. He saw all the family members but without seeing, he held a spear. Aaron. I didn't expect there to be hunters here, turns around to see that demon hunters have come out. Boss. I don't know where this human came from, but guys have fun, and then we'll drink for our boss. Hunters? Yes, chief. They launched themselves with the intention of finishing it off, but… Eren. Ada. Out of nowhere he moved quickly to touch them and then was behind the boss and touched his column. Boss. What did you do? Eren. I won't tell those who are already dead. Chief nah. It didn't end as they heard screams of agony to see his men beginning to inflate, but he also began to inflate so that they all exploded and fell dead. Eren. I know you were watching me. He looked at a tree to see that a shadow jumped and landed in the water to see that it was a blue frog that walked on 2 legs, but what stood out was that its tongue wrapped it like a scarf so that it has an image of a ninja. Eren. So you're one of the familiars. That's right, I'm Greninja and I was waiting for you, 7-point man. Eren. Did you know this was coming? Greninja. I knew it when the lake showed me a man with 7 stitches on his chest, and I think it's you know. Eren. Yeah, what did you wait for, Verum? Greninja. Jumps to be in front of him, I want to be your partner. Eren. Surprised, and why? Greninja. I can see that you have suffered, I can feel it, and how you defeated these hunters I can see that there is kindness and a protective spirit inside you. Eren looks closely at the relative. I don't see lies in you then, smiles, I accept you as my relative and companion. Greninja. Well, thanks for accepting me. Eren. You're welcome, but we have to go since my girlfriend already had a battle and I hope it's just a hunter. Greninja. Hi. They both left and returned to the group, but they see Tenka with scratches and the creature the same, but they were together. Eren. I missed something. Tenka. Nothing, just a friendly fighter, no alter, seeing the creature. Alter. Conscious. Eren. What happened? Rinko. Well, that Ajai came and seemed to have interest in Tenka and they had a fight and in the end he is Tenka's familiar. Eren. I see, looks at the pink-haired girl, I see you already have one too. Hadis. Hi, notes to Greninja, and that. Eren. He's my partner Greninja. Greninja. A pleasure, waves. Satauhi. So he decided to be your familiar. Hehe, you're impressive, man from the North Star. Eren. Notes to Issei, and well, and your partner. Issei, in fact I don't have, apparently not. Hello. Everyone heard that to see a small yellow dinosaur that surprised everyone. Hello, animated. Satauhi. Wow, a firesaur is hard to find. Issei. Hello, what are you doing here? Well, I was walking and I felt a gun there, pointing to the bandaged arm, can I be your partner? All. Hey. Kaneko. Apparently Issei senpai already has his familiar. Issei. Sees the little dinosaur, do you really want to be my familiar? Hey, and I'll also be your best friend. Issei. Okay, you're welcome. Edo, what's your name? I don't know. Issei. I think I'll call you Agumen. Agumen. I like it, happy. Satauhi. Hehehe, they really have very peculiar comrades. Rias. Hi. Rinko. Yes, sees Eren. Good comrades. After that they made the family pact and returned to the academy, but when they were going to retire. Rias. Wait, can I ask you something now? Arab. And what is it? Rias. If possible that tomorrow, which is the weekend, that you can help my queen. All. Eren. Okay, I'll try to help her. Rias. Thank you, smiles, and Issei, Kadis, I want you to come too so you can meet her. Both. Hi. Tenka. Well, see you. And so everyone left, leaving the Grimmorys alone. Rinko. Sees Rias, it's possible that she is recovered, I mean you forget how she was when she was traumatized. Rias. Hi, but if Issei said that he made Issei's leg move, I'm sure he will take away his trauma and explain to us what happened. Rinko. I guess you're right, Max. Haidu, I suspect that you did something unpleasant, with disgust and remembering seeing Ria's queen. In a part of the city. You can see it in an apartment, and in this one you see Asia and Brian. Asia. Hey, do you have a plan to surprise attack the hideout? Brian. Hi, but I'll do it tomorrow, but for what you love most I want you to be here safe now, and when it's executed we'll go for Eren Joestar. Asia. Okay, but do you think it will help us? Brian. I'm sure about that. Asia goes outside. I trust you will, North Star man. Life Ken 5. Ria's queen and a family reunion. In the field you can see a brunette, but she didn't move or speak or blink because you could see a dead look. Rias, help me, he said in a dead tone. But she wasn't alone, a dark-haired man was watching the girl. I want to know, what did that bastard do to her? Security, what did you do to my daughter? Annoyed. The next day, after the forest of the relatives. In a part of the city, the Hyaju couple is seen along with the Joestar couple walking. Hadis. I'm sure this is the address they gave us. Tenka. Well, we'll probably find her here. Issei. But I trust that Ajo will help the queen of the president. Eren sees the place where they were walking. I recognize this place, maybe it's a queen. They walked until they reached some stone stairs. Tenka. Apparently his house is at the top of these stairs, looks at the stairs. Hadis. I wonder how tall he is. As of traditional temples. Everyone sees Rias and Rinko. Rias. It's good that you arrived. Tenka. Where are the others? Curious. Rias. We gave them a break. Rinko. Hey, but don't worry, they're safe from mine's dogs, since we gave them yokai seals for protection, smiles. Issei. Well, that's good to hear. Sees the stairs. You say that your queen president lives here. Rias. Ha, but we're going up so you can meet her. And so they began to climb the stairs. Then the church. Rainer. Hey, you say they have it, surprised. Fallen. There she surrendered peacefully and says she killed her partner. Rainer. Excellent, now bring her. The Fallen listened, but two Fallen heard everything. Middled. Something smells strange, don't you think? Halwarner. Yes, I mean it's strange that she gives herself up since that idiot Freed made her escape with her partner and then come back after killing her partner. Middled. Hey, something's wrong, thoughtful as they brought Asia in. But without knowing that outside the church were two figures. 1. It worked, now what? 2. Simple, let's go get Joestar to help. 1. Hi, leaves with the other person. But the boys. After climbing stairs they reached the top, although Kadis ended up lying on the ground to catch her breath. Kadis. How nice, we arrived, trying to keep her breath but sees her boyfriend, and why are you? Issei. I think it's because of the arm, raises his left arm. Eren. Sees a temple but is surprised. Tenka. What's up, Ajo? Eren. This temple. Ajo-chan. They heard that to see a black-haired woman with a ponytail and a blue ribbon, and she was wearing a white kimono. Eren. Shuri-san, surprised. Rias. Hey, you know her. Eren. Hi, it's, but gets a hug from the woman. Shuri. You're alive, my little one, starting to cry. Everyone. Surprised but more the Grimmorys. Eren. Hug corresponds. Hi, I'm back, mother. Eren. Eren. Sees a man with black hair and a beard and closed eyes. Barakiel-san. Barakiel. I can't believe it, really. Eren. Hi, conscious, I'm back, father, smiles. Rinko. Wait, he called them mother and father perhaps. Tenka. Ajo, they are. Eren. Hi, clicks. Rias, don't tell me your queen is. Shuri. Hey, what are you talking about? Rias. He comes to cure her. Both. Surprised. Hadis. Pulls herself together and stands up. Oh right, Ajo came to heal Ria's queen. Shuri. Issei. What's up? Baraquiel. We'll take them, but Eren, you should see her. Eren. Somewhat tense but conscious. They entered the temple, but when they entered. Eren. Goes to the front to be shocked. While Issei, Kadis and Tenka saw a girl who looked like Shuri but had an orange ribbon and violet eyes, but she had a dead look. Kadis. Wait, that's not Akeno-senpai, surprised. Issei. One of the One-Samas, wait, go to the Grimmorys, maybe. Rinko. Yes, she is Ria's queen. Issei. Unbelievable. Eren. Akeno, goes to her, One-san, what happened to you, worried. Both of them. One-san told him, surprised. Tenka. Looks at her, but she is mentally broken. Eren. Shuri. Hi, she's traumatized and we couldn't repair her. Baraquiel. If you really can fix it, we would like you to. I don't finish because you see that Eren nailed an index finger from each hand but on different sides of the head and then pulled them out. Eren. Ready. Baraquiel. Because you did it. I didn't finish as everyone saw that Akeno began to blink many times until she stopped. Akeno. Raises her head. Rias. Akeno, can you hear me? Akeno. Rias. While I was looking at her and her eyes they returned to normal, meaning with brightness. Rias. Akeno, smiles to hug her. Akeno. What happened? Goes everywhere but to see Issei. Ayaha, go away, scared. Rias. Akeno, what's wrong? Akeno. Don't let Max get near me. Issei. Wait, Max did something. Akeno. Rias. Akeno, he's not Max, he is his younger brother Issei. Akeno. Issei. Issei. My name is Issei Haidu and I am the president's pawn. Hadis. And I am Kadis, Ria-senpai's knight. Akeno. Gentleman, surprised but looks at Eren with surprise, nice-san. Eren. Hi, One-san, smiles. The black-haired girl didn't hesitate and got up to hug the black-haired boy, tightly too. The black-haired girl's sobs could be heard. Akeno. Nice-san, sniff, nice-san, between cuts. Eren. Hi, strokes the black-haired girl's hair, I'm back. Later. Everyone is seen sitting at a table while drinking tea and eating some cookies. Akeno. I see we lost and mine is the heir now, serious. Rias. Hey, and also Kiba left us for her. Akeno lowers her head. Shuri. So, looks at Issei, you are the younger brother of the Securite, seriously. Issei. Ah hi I know grrr, grabs his arm in pain. Barakwil. Notices Issei's arm, I see, so he did that to you, right? Issei. Ha hi I see you know about the arm, right? Barakwil. I recognize when someone sacrifices for power, same with the white man's sister, annoyed. Baron. And even more so coming from one of Grigory's strongest cadres. Issei Caddis A, they are surprised. Thinka. So it's a cadre, seriously. Baron High but Shu notes that the woman looks at him sweetly, mother is a human but belongs to the Himejima clan. Thinka. It's not that clan that follows an old tale to follow the old traditions and that blew the brains of its students. Shuri. Hey what did you do? Looks at Eren. Baron. Well it's a long story about that day. Shuri. And I can also notice that you have something on your chest, did you get a tattoo? Seriously? Baron. No, that's not it Oka.san, nervous. Akeno. Ara with what a tattoo, smiles. Baron 1-san. Everyone saw that and some got nervous or laughed amusedly. Rinko. It's good to see Akeno with that expression again. Rias. Hi. Baron. Sees Barakwil, Odo-san. Barakwil. I'd like to help you, but you know I can't handle them, nervous. Baron, sighs, days, resigned. He started to take off his shirt, but the Himejimas were left with their mouths open to see the 7 scars. Barakwil, so you are what they say in Grigory, the man with the 7 scars. Baron. He is actually the North Star man. Shuri. North Star. Baron. Hi. Akeno. But since when did you have it? Baron, since that day, seriously. Himejimas. Understand. Rias. Ahem, now I want to know since when you and Akeno's family. Baron, the Himejimas adopted me when I lost my parents as a child, I had nowhere to go until Akeno found me. Issei. Found you? Baron. But when I saw her she was scared and asking for help because some guys came to do something to her mother and I decided to help her until I saw that they were students of the Himejimas. Rias. Don't tell me that. Baron, yes I faced them and even stabbed some, although that gave some time for Barakwil to appear and finish them off. Rinko. And from that they decided to adopt you. Shuri. It was a way of thanking him and also I couldn't imagine the pain he felt when he lost his entire family and Akeno also grew fond of him and called him Nisan, smiles. Barakwil. It's true, but he was a skilled fighter when I trained him, remembering that. Akeno. They were the best days I've ever had until, lowers her head. Thinka. Understands that to clench his fist. Issei. What happened? Baron. I was ambushed by demons, they told me I shouldn't butt into their business and that's where I got this, showing the 7 scars. Akeno. But where have you been? Baron. After being tortured, they threw me deep into the forest, hoping I would die, but I was rescued by some Shaolin monks who were hidden, where they helped me with my wounds and, in exchange for lodging, they taught me how to train in the arts of fighting, but also. Barakwil. It has something to do with why you are recognized by what you leave to your enemies. Baron. Yes, because there I learned one of the most deadly and powerful fighting arts that no supernatural being can master. Akeno. And what is her name? Baron. Hakuto Shinken, serious. Shuri. Static upon hearing that. Akeno. Notes to her mother, you know about that. Shuri. Hi, the clans know about those Shinken's techniques, but my father considers them blasphemies that the sacred gears since he says that those are techniques that surpass the gods or make them become heretics of gods. Thinka. I don't know about you, but that old man is a piece of shit that doesn't update. Barakwil. You don't have to mention something that is. Shuri. Seriously, you mastered Hakuto Shinken. Baron. Hi, when the monks found out that the wise man learned it, he asked me to travel the world until eventually I faced supernatural beings that stood in the way or harmed innocent people, but on my trip when I returned to Japan I met Tinka, go to Tinka. Barakwil. By the way, young lady, you emanate a very powerful mana. Tinka. I am a spirit. Akeno. Now, an incredible spirit lives on, surprised. Tinka. And also I'm Ajo's partner, blushes. Shuri, hugs her, welcome, daughter-in-law. Tinka. Turns red. Baron. Oka-sen embarrassed. Barakwil. Boy, you're definitely lucky, hahaha, hugs his shoulder happily, you're definitely lucky to have this woman as your wife. Tinka. Although unfortunately I'm not the only one since there are others interested, jealous. Rinko. I wish he would call me that. Hadis. By the way, Akeno-senpai, I don't want to bother you, but what happened to you? Akeno. She remained silent for a few seconds and they saw that she was breathing heavily and her gaze seemed scared. Issei. Realizes, no, it can't be Doze the T. Akeno. Lowers her head and starts to cry. Baron. That unhappy, annoyed. Shuri. What's going on? Thinka. The Red Emperor Dragon abused her in the raiding game. Parents. In shock. Barakwil. How that bastard, annoyed. Rias. Then by the emanating power of destruction. Rinko. Sees Akeno but realizes something, wait if that's true then and mark her where she is. All. Hey. Hadis. What do you mean by that? Rinko. When a dragon mates with a female or vice versa the couple has the mark, meaning that it was marked then Akeno doesn't have it. Aaron. I think it's because it's not a dragon. Everyone. They see it. Baraquiel. What are you trying to say? Aaron. He may have a sealed dragon, but he is not a complete one, since he is the weakest and most arrogant though, goes to Issei. Issei. What? Aaron. On the other hand, he turned you into one when he forced his arm around you. Issei. So, looks at his arm, it's possible that I become one. Aaron. But it's also bad since the Dracofinition advances a little faster when he's doing increases. Hadis. So if he continues like this Issei will be a dragon, worried. Aaron. Hi, and that's why I should train to break that so you can be free from it. Issei. Hi, I hope so. Shuri. Do you train him, son? Aaron. Hi, likewise Tenka trains Kadis since she is the bearer of a sacred gear of a katana. Shuri. Wow. After that the girls were hanging out with Akeno, but Baraquiel was talking to Aaron. Baraquiel. So it's true that Gabriel is behind this. Aaron. Hi, it's possible that he joined the Brigade only because of his obsession with the war that goes around killing sacred gear carriers, but I also have other suspicions about what he's doing. Baraquiel. And it would be. Aaron. When I was passing by some churches I saw that some of the fallen had fragments of Excaliburs. Baraquiel. That lunatic does his thing and Azazel does nothing. Aaron. Yes, sees Baraquiel, I would like Akeno to join our battle. Baraquiel. I understand I can't forgive the Securite for what he did, but I know that you will protect her as well as Rias and her new entourage. Aaron. Heh, after all I am her brother you don't think so Odo-san, smiles. Baraquiel. Hi I know that son, smiles. Joestar. They heard that to see Brian along with Asia. Aaron. Brian, Asia. Baraquiel. Sees him, one of the saints of Greece, surprised. Hadis. What's up? Brian. The fallen they took Asia. All. Hey. Issei. Wait but then who is she, pointing at Asia. Hadis. You're right. Brian. Well the question is, I came up with a plan. Rinko. And what does that consist of? Brian. The one they took was an Asian doll, but it's programmed with magic to tell what happened and they took it. Rias. I mean they let her be taken away. Brian. Hi to guide us your location of your base in the city and it is in an abandoned church. Issei. That abandoned church in town, surprised. Brian. Hi since they want Asia to extract her sacred gear by the full moon. Aaron. I see, sees the Himajimas, you can take care of her. Both. Shuri. What are you planning to do, young man? Curious. Aaron. Let's attack their base. All. Hey. Issei. Garlic maybe. Aaron it's time to weaken Kakabiel's forces because if we attack them, hits his fist with his palm, innocent lives will no longer be taken. Tenka. I'm with you Ajo it's time to attack, makes her astral dress appear. Issei. I'm coming in too. Akeno. Now I can join. Rias. Are you safe Akeno? Akeno. I know I haven't recovered from that day, but maybe tormenting the fallen and making them beg that will cheer me up 100%, she said while emanating rays and a face of pleasure or gloom. Hadis Issei. They hug each other while trembling with fear. Rias. Yeah I miss that attitude of hers. Rinko. Hey. Aaron. See both, it's better to call your entourages for this, but we don't know if the rest of yours will arrive, see Rinko. Rinko. You're right. Brian. Sees the Himajimas, you can protect her. Shuri. I'll take care of it, but sees Baraquiel. Baraquiel. Aaron. I'm sorry but it's better if you stay. Baraquiel. Because. Aaron. Because if mine feels your aura the demons will think you're having an attack, so it's better if you stay here. Baraquiel. I understand I guess that could help. Aaron. Nods to see everyone, okay tonight we attack. Brian. Yes, goes to Asia, I promise I'll free you from this Asia. Asia. I trust you, Bry-kun, smiles. Brian. Sees Aaron, well Joestar what will we do? Aaron. Tonight, sees the abandoned church that was in view, we're going after those sons of hitches, seriously. All. See, determined. Aaron. It's time for you to pay for what you did irises seriously while looking at the church and waiting for the battle. Life Shinken 6. The battle against the fallen part 1. Elsewhere almost near the city. The figure can be seen walking. It feels good to be back in Kuoh, but I really want to teach that Siskin a lesson about why. He didn't finish because he received a message on his cell phone. A hunting mission. She looks curiously and is surprised. So fallen base how well, smiles, this will be interesting oh no Rinko-sama. But the group. In the abandoned church of the very quiet city but in the bushes, noise was heard to see the group along with Kaneko, Brian and a recovered Akeno who offered. Tenka. This is the church. Kaori. And it seems there is no one. Issei. Apparently they think no one will come. Rinko. It seems so. Baron. When will the others come? Rinko. They'll show up in a moment and support us in the battle. Brian. We better hurry because at any moment they will realize that Asia is fake. Baron. Jump walking and I hope the others help us. Everyone. Nods. They left the bushes to advance while watching that there was no enemy nearby until they reached the entrance. Baron. We're here. He sees the group that nodded and when he was going to open the door. Brian. Throw some roses up. Kaori. What's up bro? Narrate. It didn't end when they heard something fall and saw some priests who had roses stuck in them. Baron. TCH we're trapped. That's how it is. Narrator. They heard that to see with amazement see freed alive and leaving with priests and some fallen. Issei. You how come you're still alive? Kaori. He's right if you died, remembering that day. Tenka sees his energy is a clone. All. Hey. Tenka. I don't know how, but this is a clone of the Freed we know and apparently I feel like he's cloned himself more than once. Freed. It's true, your purple girl I've always been a clone in my battles. Many believe that I've returned from the dead, but this time they will pay dearly, smiles madly. Everyone saw that they were surrounded. Issei. Any plans for this? Kaori. I don't know, nervous. The fallen one approached, intending to stab them, but he stopped when he felt a finger touch his forehead. It was the Joestar's turn. Fallen. That's all you got. Baron. I don't respond to someone who's already dead. The fallen man didn't know until his head began to swell until it exploded and he died. Akeno. Ara so this is the Hakuto Shinken Kulu how stimulating, smiles that caused a chill. Baron. Seriously my adoptive sister is a masochist and she does it after recovering from knowing that she was raped by Issei's brother which I want to kill, gloomy. Priest. Perhaps that guy is the man with the 7 scars. Priest. It can't be. Fallen. Hey, that's the one everyone's talking about. Issei. What do we do? Baron. What we always do, starts cracking his knuckles, we have to fight to prevent the deaths of innocent people. Tenka. Okay I like that, summons her sword, ready to fight seriously, looking at Kaori. Kaori. Ha ha, summons her sacred gear. Baron. Ready Issei and maybe the curse will be broken. Issei. Ha ha, in a fighting pose. Brian. This is going to be fun, in fighting pose. Everyone was on guard and then they all rushed to fight. At the club. Mine. TCH looking at reports but also annoyed, why does he have to pass things on to me, annoyed. Max. TCH hi we're supposed to finish off a lot of renegades, but that Joestar. Motoyasu. I don't know why that Joestar does that, he's probably cheating. Bran. It doesn't matter if he does that since he is dangerous in every way. Itsuki. Hi but when I question those who manage to survive they always say the man with 7 scars and out of nowhere they commit suicide. Kiba. Apparently Joestar has a very terrifying reputation with the fallen. Mine. I'm not interested. What I want is how to get rid of him. Max. Hehehe you forget that I'm getting stronger, summons his glove. Greg. Hi don't worry. Mine. You're right since. Itsuki. But because sometimes your power goes down. All. Hey. Bran. What do you mean? Itsuki. I mean when you do increases out of nowhere they flicker and go down. Motoyasu. Is it a fault? Everyone was muttering, but. Max. He's right, why does it go down? I suppose that with that idiot I'm increasing more and more and consuming his energy. Greg. I don't know why, but I feel like the seal is breaking or weakening something is making it break or else I'll be the one making me laugh against the white. At Himejima temple. Asia. Goes outside and sees the view of the city, I hope Brai-kun is okay, worried about her partner. Shuri. Calm down Asia-chan I know your partner will be fine, besides I don't think that sacred spears can hurt a Greek warrior like him. Asia. That's true, but it still worries me. Shuri. It's normal for couples to worry, but everything will be okay and besides my little one is with them and my daughter-in-law. Asia. Well, it's still a surprise to me that you raised the man from the North Star. Erekiel. Although I am surprised that he learned one of the most powerful and at the same time dangerous techniques in the world that many would kill anything to get warriors like them. Asia. Well yes, because in the church you hear many rumors that say he is a demon or a heretic since they can kill everyone and not even prayers or sacred weapons can confront him. Erekiel. Legend has it that this technique and others are capable of defeating the gods, even God the Father of all can end up dead if he feels the power of this technique. Asia. Surprised. Shuri. Sees the view of the city, son, worried. In the church. In a secret room, Rainer is seen, along with a cross where Asia was. Rainer. How are you feeling, Asia? Asia. Quiet. Rainer. At least say something or shout since. I didn't finish because a fallen man came in but very hurt. Fallen. Rainer Sama they attack us. Rainer. How? Stunned. Don't seek. Who? Fallen. 2 Grimmories, a Greek saint to the man with 7 scars, terrified to fall to the ground dead. Rainer. How is it possible? Middled. Wait, aren't she, pointing at Asia, supposed to have killed her boyfriend who said he's now fighting, suspicious. Halwarner. I already said it was too good to be true. Middled. And it seems he set a trap for us. Rainer. That's not how it was supposed to happen. Halwarner. Don't complain, come on guys, leaves with Don Hasek and Middled. Rainer. Why is everything happening, man of the 7 scars, this time I will finish you and I will take the glory of being the person who finished you, and white and desperate. In the battle outside the church. Now everything was filled with bodies of fallen and dead priests to see everyone fighting against them in their own way. Rias. Throws balls of destruction at a priest, finishing him off. Haneko. Hits a priest and finally kicks him. Akeno. Now this is fun, raises her arm to make rays come out that hit some fallen ones. Kaori. Having a sword fight with a priest but sees Akeno's power, so that's Akeno senpai's power. Tenka. Don't get distracted, Kaori, beheading 2 priests. Kaori. Hi, dodges a slash, try this, takes a stance while her sacred gear emanates lightning, She slashed with lightning that hit that priest along with others who ended up cut and burned by the lightning. Kaori. Sue and see her sacred gear, I'm getting good, little by little I'll be able to be on par with Tenka. Rias. See Kaori, if she keeps training maybe she'll surpass Kiba and Ren, thinking while smiling. Rinko. Sees them approaching behind Ruas. With one movement, those who approached Rias ended up sliced. Rias. Sees her sister, almost. Rinko. Hi, sees her hand covered in blood, it flows more and more, I feel it getting stronger. Ada. They heard that to see Eren along with Issei fighting against some fallen. Issei. Sees him approaching to kick him, this isn't it? Bang. They heard that, but both dodged a bullet, although Eren received a graze on his arm. Freed. Forget about me, smiles madly, but let them take care of it, pointing out that some fallen and priests surround them. Issei. Eren. Issei, when I give you a signal, run towards him and defeat him with that. Issei. Hey, are you sure? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to. Eren. I know you will do it, and remember, one step to break the curse is to channel the dragonic aura and expand it in your body. Issei. Yakai, but sees them approaching, Ajo Kui. Eren. Jumps. Priest. Die for God, they surround him. Fallen. Bester dies. Eren. Giving a roundhouse kick while spinning like a propeller or helicopter hitting them. Kaori. Wow, impressed. Tenka. Ha, that doesn't lose anything. Eren. Ada, giving the last kick and landing on his feet, they're already dead. At what was said they exploded. Issei. Incredible. Eren. Issei now. Issei. Hi, launches against Freed. Freed. So you want to die? 8 shoots. Issei dodged them until he got close to Freed. Issei. It's time to do what I practice. Well, a green aura began to emanate from him but then passed it on his right arm. Rias. Notices Issei's aura, is it the aura of, is surprised. Freed. Damn. Issei. AI8 bends down to elbow Freed in the abdomen. Freed. Bloog, spits saliva. Damn. He wanted to cut him, but Is puts a hand on the ground to kick him in the jaw, but with the aura that passed through his foot and made him send him up. Issei. Okay, stands up, it's time. He moves his arms in a circle like a Chinese movement, while in the left arm emanates energy in the left arm. Eren. Watching that while hitting a fallen that was behind him which exploded. Issei. Seeing Freed approaching, hits Freed in the abdomen. When he hit that blow he sent it flying through the wall and disappearing into the view or the trees. Everyone. Seeing that. Kaneko. Sugoi, impressed. Akeno. Ara. Kaori. That's my man, proudly. Rias. Surprised, incredible. Issei. Looks at his arm, that felt very. He didn't finish because he felt something on his arm that seemed to change shape until it became scaly again. Issei. It will be a possible effect of breaking it, thinking. What he didn't know was that the mark on his right pawn hand seemed to be twitching, meaning something. Wow, what a surprise. They heard that to see the Kalwerner, Middleton Donhasi came out of the church. Kalwerner, so you're the man everyone's talking about, looking at Eren. Eren. Serious. Middled. Wow, I didn't think he was more handsome in person, and those muscles, smiles flirtatiously. Tenka. Serious and extending her sword. Donasik. But you know she's not bad, pointing at Tinka. Tinka? I'll give you a vasectomy if you come any closer, grimly. Palwerner. But we are really impressed, seeing the BODIES-9, but they are lost. They see the priests and fallen who stopped rushing to attack them, causing everyone to be on guard. Explosion. Now. Out of nowhere came an explosion that sent them flying. Out of nowhere, some suffered corets, and also a wrecking ball with spikes, gave some disfigured or others with very serious injuries with bruises. Hey. Rinko. Just in time girls, seeing that Koyomi, Imari and Izumi arrived. Koyomi. We were able to arrive just in time. Tinka. Izumi, what are you wearing, seeing the blonde in a costumer suit. Izumi. My combat suit. Imari. Notes to Akeno, Akeno-san, surprised. Akeno. Hello, Imari-san. Koyomi. So she is Akeno Himejima, Rinko-sama's sister's queen. Palwerner. TCH, with what more troubles, well you will die guys. The fallen and they throw spears of light at them, but when they were going to touch them or hurt them but. Protection. Out of nowhere the group is protected by a green field that when the spears touched them broke into pieces. Palwerner. Nani. Fallen. TCH's luck, he rushes against them together with some fallen and priests. Flum. Out of nowhere something came out against them to see many knives in them, but stuck so that they fall dead. Rinko. Hey, it's good that you girls finished your mission. The barrier is gone, but they hear people approaching to see a green-haired woman in medieval clothes and a black-haired girl in blue clothes and had a scar on her face. Tinka. They are. Rinko. My pawn and my bishop who were not present. Kaori. You didn't say you were missing pieces and you didn't mention that you had a pawn. Koyomi. I forgot about that haha. Pawn. So they're Max's bastard brother and the man from the North Star and a warrior from Greece. Brian. Hi, while throwing roses to some fallen flying ones. Aaron. Who are they? Peon. My name is Melk, Rinko's peon, smiles. File. And I, Cecilia, Miss Rinko's file, a pleasure to meet you, greet politely, smiling. Aaron. Nice to meet you. Tinka. And what about me? Maybe I'm painted. You. They heard that to see the fallen and with more priests. Palwerner. They won't be able to stop us and they'll never find Reina. Cecilia. I know where they are. Everyone. They see her. Rinko. Where? Cecilia. Inside the church there is a secret basement where the person responsible for this is. Aaron. Okay Tinka, clear the way for us. Tinka. Hi. She threw a slash of energy that opened a path, although the three fallen avoided it to leave the church with a hole in the entrance. Aaron. Let's go. Niridper. Everyone started to advance, but Tinka blocks a spear. Tinka. It's better if one group takes care of these while another goes inside. Brian. Sounds good to me. Aaron. Okay Issei, would you come with me? Rinko, Rias, Brian and the others support us. All. Hi. Issei. See Kaori, be careful. Kaori. Don't worry Issei-chan, I'll be fine. Issei. Ascending. When those who stayed entered they were ready to fight. Tinka. Ready to fight, you learn in this. Kaori. Hi, and maybe I'll awaken my potential. Although I didn't know that the horse emblem had a crack and was shining, meaning something that would happen in this battle. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day, bye.